Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name's Matt here at the Atlantic Firearms Range, taking a look at some cool products from our friends at MKE and Century Arms, the importer of these MKE products. This is the AP5 Core Series. Right now the Core Series is coming with a stabilizing sling with each of your pistols, and we have in front of us 3 different models with different sling configurations on them. But before we talk about that, let's talk about using slings for stabilizing large frame pistols and how that's a technique that's been deployed for many years. In fact, I can think of at least 40 plus years where it's been used in law enforcement, security, and military service for these exact style and other submachine guns and other weapons platforms, small, compact like this, where they would need the ability to deploy this accurately and carry it without a stock for reasons of concealment and such. So with that in mind, and knowing that this has been happening for some time, I know that before stabilizing pistol braces were out, this is the way I was shooting these kind of pistols, was with a with a sling instead, whether it's a single point or 2-point or what have you. And we'll kind of touch on that as everybody has their own preference. First, let's take a look at the AP5P. This model has the threaded and lugged barrel, and this is the sling it comes with. All these slings are MKE production and come from Turkey with the pistols. This is set up in a single point configuration. We've hooked both of the HK hooks on the rear here. This is personally my preferred configuration to run these. Go ahead, the single point gives you the ability to dangle it, stow it, and then ultimately push it out and use it effectively. When you do shoot, you're going to need to push the pistol out to have tension on it and keep a good sight picture as you go ahead and run the gun. So that is definitely one way to do it. Really nice and effective and very comfortable. Gives you a lot of flexibility, versatility there with that. So that's the single point setup on the AP5P. Over here on the AP5M, which has no threads or lugs on the barrel, we set this sling up, which is the same sling as we just have seen here in a 2-point configuration. There's a forward sling point on this pistol and on the AP5P as well. Has the same sling point on this triple tree area. So this gives you another option. Some people are really hardcore 2-point sling people. They like 2 points of contact on the pistol as opposed to a single point. You could, of course, hook it up in a single point just like this, or do some other cool stuff with it too. So that is that configuration there. Lastly, we have the full-size AP5 pistol, and this is showing the HK 3-point sling. So this is another MKE sling. MKE is a licensed manufacturer under HK to produce their products. This sling type is called the 3-point sling setup. You see I have this set up here on this hook on the mag well, as well as up front on the front sling point, and then clipped on the end cap here as well. So this gives you nice point of contact here, 3 points of contact. In fact, for you to be able to, most people would run this underneath their arm like that, and it would give you the ability to pull up and have a good stable shooting platform. Now this is too close to my face for me to shoot in this configuration, but you would adjust that. There's plenty of adjustment in the sling itself. While we're looking at this, let's see the other way that you can do the sling. So now we've transitioned this by unhooking here, unhooking this area here. We've now transitioned this to the 2-point sling. So you have a 2-point sling here with the HK sling as well. And then finally, we have the single point option. And this is kind of tricky, but basically you have to get through the gate on the clip itself. So the clip has to get pushed in, and we're going to see how well I can do this for you while it's not facing me. It's definitely easier to keep it on there. But the final configuration is where this buckle is going to slip over this clip, and it's going to give you the last way that it's configured, and that is the single point way, and you can see this buckle's laying on top, but it's not going to pull through. It's really not. It's a good method. This is the way I like this sling myself, around my neck, so I can move around a lot easier than if it's underneath of my arm. But this is nice. You don't have to worry about it coming back. You saw how difficult it was for me to get it set up, so it's really not something you have to be worried about like that. Let's go ahead and show you how you can shoot this supported. We threw some 124 grain NATO ammo in there. It's brass. Set this thing up. Put your sling out. Go hot. Oop. A nice little mag fumble there. Gun ran great, and you know, I could use to zero this gun. It's brand new out of the box from Century, but it does shoot well, and you can see that you can easily support these size pistols using the slings provided from the manufacturer. Definitely check them out, and if you want some more information on the AP5 series, check out some of the other videos on our channel. Thanks again for tuning in.